Captain America 15 heads to a dark dockyard where an undercover cop named Angel Larimore oversees the arms operation he's infiltrated. As he leaves, Angel is shot and killed by a man in a hat and a long coat. Elsewhere, Steve and the Daughters of Liberty look over the information Tony took from the Watchdog's computers at their base. Steve singles out the information on Selene and the unknown magical woman, whom he does indeed know is Lucan, but doesn't let on. Cap learns that the woman is the wife of Alexander Lucan, and Misty knows Lucan heads up Power Enterprises, the same company running experiments on the nuke soldiers. Steve wants to know who's looking into the woman, and Misty says that their best person is on it. Steve wants a moment alone with Sharon, so going into another room, Steve knows his trust in Sharon is broken, and wants to know how long she and the daughters have been keeping secrets from him. Sharon defends herself, saying how dare Steve act like he has never done this before, put the mission first. She takes Steve's hands, saying she waited for him and why can't he wait for her now. Steve's phone chimes with a message from Bernie, his lawyer, forcing him to take leave as Sharon asks where he's going, but she doesn't get an answer. Going incognito to a park, Steve meets with Bernie, who gives him information on the death of Angel and how he truly believed in the badge he wielded. She says a week ago she got a call from him saying he needed help with something, but he wasn't talking about her help, he was talking about Steve's help. Steve wants to know why the NYPD buried Angel's death and learns it has been that way since Fisk became mayor. Bernie says that no one wins in Fisk's town, but Steve says he won't just walk away from this after what Bernie has told him. Bernie knows Steve Rogers is supposed to be in hiding and running, but she knows that's not what Steve Rogers will always do. She tells him of a video Angel stashed in a warehouse in the Bronx, and he is going to have to go and get it. Bernie says that something really ugly is happening not just to this city but to the country, and she doesn't think he can save them from it. They will need to save themselves. However, Steve says that he's at least going to give it a try. Later in the Bronx, Steve goes to the building Bernie told him about, only to find the Daughters of Liberty have beaten him there and are fighting the Watchdogs. Steve helps out, knowing the Daughters are not just tracking him but the Watchdogs as well. Jessica gives him the package he was after, wondering if Misty would like to hand these guys over to the police. However, Misty doesn't know how many friends she has on the force these days. Later, back at the safe house, Tony begins decrypting the Watchdog files as Misty and Jessica work on connecting the key players together with the Power Elite. Sharon meets with Steve, apologizing for her outburst earlier and telling him there are things that she wants him to know, but they aren't hers to tell him. Steve wants to know why the daughters were at the house earlier and learns that they were indeed tracking the Watchdogs thanks to Steve storming off. Steve admits that that's on him, but wonders what the terrorists have to do with Angel. Tony interrupts, saying that she's cracked the video files and it shows cops breaching an empty warehouse, which soon explodes, telling Steve that this wasn't a raid, it was an execution that was set up. The surviving cops are all gunned down by someone as Steve tells them to turn it off. Misty tells them to wait as the video continues playing, revealing that the man who shot the cops was Scourge. Captain America issue 15 sees one of Cap's old foes make a return as he and his team investigate the murder of a cop. I really like that Cap is doing stuff like this now, I guess the quote-unquote lower tier stuff. He's not, fighting evil Nazi super races and stuff. He's helping a friend with a murder case, and it almost certainly is tied to the overarching Power Elite new Watchdog storyline. Trust is a big part of this issue, and Cap questioning his trust in not only the daughters but Sharon as well is really well done here, and I look forward to the possibility of that taking center stage in a few more issues and seeing that actually come to the surface a little bit more between the characters. I'm going to give this issue a 9 out of 10.